Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose cross stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the monsters singing in, heaved through the night that our flag was still there. All sails and star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hello, Nease High School class of 2013. Are you guys ready to graduate? Well, you better be, because I hate to break it to you, but I don't think your teacher won't back. My name is Nease. I go by Nease if you don't already know. I'm here today not only to celebrate the graduation of my class, as today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. But I'm here to leave you guys with some inspiration. Something deeper than smiles and giggles I used to wear around. I came to Nease High School knowing one person, my best friend Emily. I left all of you guys. I left all my friends for you guys and I didn't even know you yet. But around here, so I guess you could say I've come to know you. While I was running through the halls, or tackling kids on wires, sorry about that, Kyle, or screaming in the stadiums at football games. I guess after paying a lot of pre-game tailgates, your personality started to stick. Or whether it was in the back of Alabama on a lake or retreat, trust really begins to form when your friends were holding your rope as you were playing off the 300-foot cliffs. It was through activities like these that I began to get to know you all and eventually call you my friends. The one thing I love most about this class that I have for my friends is everyone's personality. We are like a melting pot as we come from all over the place. Different backgrounds, different interests. Here at Nease, being in the band is cool. I saw many girls wearing shirts at football games that said, "I'm here for the band." We have character and integrity. We are nice and caring, and we sure have a good sense of humor. Especially the class of 2013. Isn't that right, Cameron? Or as he likes to be called, Big Sexy? Here at Nease, I can be myself and fit in. Or at least have friends. Because of you, I was lucky to find myself at a young age. Now, everyone may not have found who they are yet, but that is okay, because that is what this next chapter is about. Finding who you are. Because it's okay to be different. And like Dr. Seuss would say, of the places you'll go, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You will meet new people and make new friends. You will take different classes and go on wild adventures. You will choose a path and take new opportunities. Somewhere in all of these events, you will discover who you are, and you will find happiness. Because you can only be truly happy when you're comfortable with yourself. I will leave you with one more thing. Wherever you go, places far and beyond, don't forget to take one important thing, your heart. When deep and vulnerable, it proves much valuable. And people often underestimate the power of a smile and the kindness of a gesture. Well, thank you everyone from Nease High School, teachers, parents, staff, for providing us with a great high school experience. Thank you, Coach Buck, for teaching us how to treat others. Thank you, Ms. Williams, for pushing us to our limits. Thank you, Deputy Williams, for fighting off the bad guys. And thank you, Andrea, for fixing our boo-boos. I will surely miss you all. Nease has changed my life in more ways imaginable. Thank you and good luck.
Members of the class of 2013, faculty, staff, parents, family, and honored guests, good morning. I would like to welcome everyone to the 30th graduation ceremony of Nease High School. It has been my privilege and honor to get to know you, and I know these graduates will continue to do great things just as they have done at this high school. It is both an honor and a privilege to introduce our special guests at this time. Please hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. Dr. Joseph Joyner, Superintendent. Mr. Bill Bailey, School Board Member, District 4. Mr. Bill Mignon, School Board Member, District 3. Mr. Patrick Canan, School Board Member, District 5. Mrs. Beverly Slough, School Board Member, District 1. Mrs. Martha Meitler, Deputy Superintendent for Academic Services. Mr. Tim Morrison, Deputy Superintendent for Operations. Mr. Michael Gudis, Chief Financial Officer. Mrs. Karen Davis, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Nicole Lynch, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Vanessa Power, Registrar. Mrs. Michelle Glenhill, Senior Class Sponsor and Guidance Counselor. Mrs. Daphne Martin, Guidance Counselor. Mrs. Kim Hollis, International Baccalaureate Coordinator. Mrs. Cindy Martini, Guidance Counselor. Mr. Jeffrey Stoddard, Career Academy Coordinator. Mrs. Maggie Burns, Senior Class Sponsor and Math Teacher. Mr. Bernie Blue, Dean of Students. Mr. Ted Morgano, Athletic Director. And Mr. Scott Cooper, English Teacher and Parent Senior Pilot. Thank you. The introduction this morning will not be complete without recognizing those who have been such an integral part of the life of these graduates. It is with a great deal of pleasure that I recognize the outstanding faculty and staff of Nease High School, whose dedication, influence, and expertise will always remain with these students and families. Faculty and staff, would you please stand and be recognized? I would also like to thank several staff members for working very closely with the seniors this year. They have orchestrated all of the senior activities and have made this year exciting and memorable for the class of 2013. The two senior sponsors are Ms. Michelle Gladhill and Mrs. Maggie Burns. Also, please recognize our guidance department, Mrs. Cindy Martinian, Mrs. Kim Hollis, Mrs. Daphne Martin, and Mr. Jeffrey Stoddard for their outstanding leadership. These senior sponsors could not have done everything without the help of the senior officers. At this time, I'd like the officers to stand and be recognized when I announce their name. President Harry Speed. Vice President Bradford James. Secretary Kathy Sawyer. And Treasurer Mary Taylor. Thank you for all of your hard work this year. Now, a word for the class of 2013. I would like to take a moment to give you something to take with you. Instead of telling you what I think you should ponder or giving you some words of wisdom, I thought it would be better to use the quotes you provided for the yearbook. Some of you used anonymous quotes. A true friend is someone who walks in when the world walks out. Never let someone determine your happiness. Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Obsessed is a word the lazy use to describe the dedicated. If you are under 5 feet, always wear heels. Something you have to pass through the darkness to see the light. We don't get to choose how we start in this life. Real greatness is what you do with the hand you're dealt. Some of you use quotes from movies or TV. Light can be found even in the darkness of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. Albus Dumbledore from Harry Potter. I don't know half of you as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you as well as you deserve. Local baggage from the Lord of the Rings. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. Ferris Bueller. I'm the world's best backwards driver. Terminator from Cars. Chewbacca. I don't speak Wookiee, but I'm sure it was profound. Some of you use quotes for famous people. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Robert Frost. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Wherever you go, with all your heart. Confucius. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right in every word. A day without laughter is a day wasted. Charlie Chaplin. Sometimes, said Boo, the smallest things take up the most room in your heart, a.k.a. lonely. I'm living in a world where being great isn't good enough anymore. You have to be legendary, the show goes on. Today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't. Jerry Rice. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Dr. Seuss. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Steve Jobs. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack of will. Vince Lombardi. Some of you use quotes from our own family members, such as, reputation is what you think you are. Character is who you are. Coach Rivera. Some of you are clever and came up with quotes of your own. I can run faster than 60% of all snakes. Life is simple. People may be complicated. As you can see, there was great advice from your classmates. People are never as smart individually as they are collectively. Remember your family and friends, as they will help you along this journey called life. My last piece of advice to share with you is one day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure to put watching. Gerard Way. At this time, I'd like to bring up our first speaker this morning, school board member, Mr. Bill Bailey.
Thank you, Bob. This class, the class of 2013, is just awesome. The accomplishments you achieve in and out of the classroom is amazing. And how about another big round of applause for this outstanding class of 2013. On behalf of the St. Johns County School Board, I'd like to extend a big thank you to our teachers for sitting with the students and the teachers up here on stage, for your commitment to making sure your students became the best that they could be. And a big thank you to the parents, grandparents, family members, and friends for your support of these fine young men and women sitting in front of you. Ralph Waldo Emerson was quoted, "Life is a journey, not a destination." The young men and women graduating this morning just can't wait to get out of here. They just can't wait for all the speeches to be done and throw their caps in the air. They can't wait to walk to college. They can't wait to get their first job, get their first promotion, all the way to where they cannot wait until they retire and go fishing. But I'd like for you all to think about Emerson's quote, as if you're on a train on your way to your final destination, on your way to fishing. When you reach the end of the line and you look back on your train ride through life, was it a simple ride to the end? Or was it a journey full of experiences and life-altering encounters? Along the way, you'll be confronted with decisions and opportunities on a daily basis for the rest of your life, and you have to ask yourself, should I stay in the train to my final destination and not do anything different? Or should I get off at this stop and just see what happens? For instance, most of you will be going to college shortly, and you'll be making Should I stay in my dorm room all by myself? Or should I go join a club and meet new friends? Or those going off to work after you graduate? Should you go to a straight home after work? Or should you join the company softball team and hang out with your coworkers? Sometimes your train stop will be a smart choice, and unfortunately, your train stop may not be a good choice. Regardless, you will learn from your experience, and at the next stop, you'll be able to make a better decision. Some stops will lead to even more train stops. You'll find yourself trying things you never thought you'd dare try. So why not try it? Don't miss these chances, because this life train cannot go backwards. Not all stops are what you thought they might be. You think your next stop is for your first job after college graduation, but it may lead to other train stops that could lead you to move to a different city. It could introduce you to your future husband or wife. While other stops later in life may take you from your comfortable, predictable life and have you totally change your profession. You may get into politics, or you may move to a foreign country, or you may even invent the next social media company. But whatever you do, trust the tracks ahead of you and take those risks. The point is, each and every one of you has more potential than you know. You have the potential to be great, the potential to be extraordinary, the potential to change the world we live in. But to get there, it takes risk and it takes courage. It takes telling yourself you can when it feels like you can't. It is having healthy disregard for the impossible, and it takes learning from your failures and standing tall when the world pushes you down. It takes heart. It takes character. So don't sit and wait for the next person to make a change. Be that next person. Be the first one to get off the train. So think about it. What will your train look like? When you come back to Nease for your 50th class reunion, will you be the exact same person as you are today? Or will you be that person who rode the train, got off along the way, and expanded your world? Don't miss out on what life has to offer just because you're so focused on where life is going to take you. The choice is yours, and for those that choose to make frequent train stops on your way to your final destination, on your way to finally fishing, please be sure you send a postcard updating your family and friends with all the adventures you'll be experiencing. To the 2013 senior class at Nease High School, congratulations, best of luck, and God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Palin. Our next speakers are Distinguished Superintendent Dr. Joseph Joyner.
Thank you, Mr. President, and my message is brief and one of primarily gratitude. Thanks to all of you for bringing us to this day. I first of all want to thank Mr. President and his staff for his outstanding leadership this school year that brought these young men and young women to this place today. I also want to say how grateful I am to be the superintendent. It's an honor to be the superintendent of schools here in St. Johns County, where we have such widespread support from our families and our community for our school system, especially Nease High School. I'm probably asked once a week, what makes St. Johns County so different? Why are we so special? Why do we do so well? And my answer is always the same, certainly not the superintendent. But when you have bright children, supportive families, and outstanding faculty, that combination of three things is going to lead to success. And that's what I tell them. It's a very simple formula. We're blessed to have that at St. Johns County. You know, the definition of a hero is someone that you look up to, someone you like to be, someone you like to emulate. My heroes are teachers. And you have something very finest here at Nease High School. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart for their dedication, their love, their long hours, their excellence, their commitment to each young man and young lady here in the audience today. Thank you for your work, teachers. You are outstanding, and I hold you in very high esteem. Thank you very much. I'm also smart enough to know that that great families make great schools. And we have great families here at Nease. You know, there's some research that I ran across one time, what are the combination, what are the elements for success in school? And really it's bright children, it's having an IQ that has something to do with success in school. But the other two were a supportive home and family environment and good teaching. Those three elements are the things that create success. And I will tell you, I'm so proud of the fact that we have so many great parents, supportive parents, who hold education in high regard. And I want to thank you, family members and parents, for what you've done to the school system. You've given us your children for 13 years. And I want to thank you for that trust that you've given us. I hope we've earned it. I believe we've done our very best. But I want to thank you for supporting our school system and supporting Nease High School along the way. And all the schools we supported along the way. I'm very, very grateful to our wonderful parents. And finally, the students, I just can't tell you how proud I am of you. Not only your academic success, you know, Nease has a long-standing tradition of academic excellence in St. Johns County, and you've continued that. This is an outstanding class academically. Hardworking, bright young men and young women, and I know you're going to be successful. When I shake your hand as you walk across the stage, I know you're ready for the next step. I'm just so proud of you. I'm not only proud of you for your academic achievement, which is stellar, I'm proud of you for the character you display throughout your career. That means as much to me as your academic achievement. When you go along in life, that's what will hold you strong. And I'm grateful for the character that you've displayed, and I ask you to continue that. As you move on through life, remember the joy in service to others. Remember what's important in life. Remember your family and your friends and those around you. I wish you again my highest congratulations. Good luck to all of you, and God bless each and every one. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to give special recognition to those students who are graduating with a weighted GPA between 3.5 and 3.99. Students with your GPA between 3.5 and 3.99, please stand. These students are graduating cum laude or with praise. Next, I would like to recognize the students with a weighted GPA between a 4.0 and 4.5. Students with your GPA between that, please rise. These students are graduating with magna cum laude with great praise. Finally, I would like to recognize our students with a weighted GPA over 4.5. If your GPA is above, please stand. Your graduating students. These are very difficult accolades to achieve, and these students would not accomplish them without the help and support of their families. At this time, I would like to recognize the parents of our students. Please stand. Without your help and support, these students would not have been half as successful. Students, please let's give your parents a round of applause. And now, ladies and gentlemen, there are 3 seniors here who have distinguished themselves by achieving the very highest grades earned by members of the class of 2013 during their high school experience. They are the class co-salutatorians, Alexander Abate and Alexis Cuneo, and class valedictorian Brianne Cox. Up first is co-salutatorian Alexander Abate, who is an international baccalaureate candidate ranked second in a class of 391 with a GPA of 4.68.
I begin, I'll give some brief but wholehearted thank yous. Thank you to my extended family for coming up here to support me. Specifically, thank you to Mom and Dad for giving me never-ending love and support to me. What I achieved until this point is entirely indebted to you. Thank you to the teachers in Nease who have molded me to what I am today. Thank you to the men of Rock City for being great friends. Thank you to the IB class of 2013 for keeping things interesting. Lastly, thank you to the senior class, as well as everyone affiliated with Nease for making the ride extremely worthwhile. It's been great. Having ruminated over the contents of what I'm about to deliver, I realized that speech writing is neither a practice of trying to be people, nor an effort to inflate one's accomplishments. Rather, it is a vehicle of inspiration. And as averse I am to arbitrarily labeling one as a bastion of wisdom, please lend me your ears as I glean what I've learned over the past 4 years and condense it for your consumption. As a kid, my brain was always up in space, literally. Early on, I became fascinated with the cosmos. At night, I would tilt my head up towards the celestial show above and immediately become fixated by its expansiveness. What I saw transcended religion and race. Worries about me, worries around me were melted away, and even the most pressing problems were reduced to trivial concerns. Immersed in the stars, my characters boiled down to its most real and essential elements. I felt comfortable. I felt safe. Of course, the complexity of all our lives has expanded multifold since our idyllic childhoods. Emotional freedom wilted away as we stumbled towards achieving self-made and self-desired image. Many of us were subjected to the archetypical high school experience, complete with small-town drama, suffocating affinity, and social deviation. Our lives intertwined with others. Our relationships became multifaceted, and for some, our characters degraded. Our existence started not to be marked by what we did or who we were, but by what others wanted us to be. So our perils were growing up. Personally, I learned that we cannot be reduced to three numbers and create an average. Being able to game the system wasn't a reflection of who I was, or what I strived to be. It was a mere response to being crossed into a structure where success was based on a hierarchy. Unfortunately, this hierarchical conception got to me. I found myself to be a cog in machinery that I had previously disavowed. For a long time, I exuded a brand of rampant and implacable competitiveness, and intellectual elitism that, as I stand here today, I deeply regret, to the point where I'm a little bit ashamed to be salutatory. You all, like I, probably have similar anecdotes of when you may crumble under societal constraints, and morph into something you never desired to be. Escaping such molds is, admittedly, a hard task. We do live in the 21st century where day-to-day life isn't quantified by the happiness we accumulate, or by the likes and retweets we accrue. Living in my age has come to revolve around perpetuating fake and contrived personalities in order to gain higher social standing. And with this, many of us find ourselves in a turning point. We need a romanticized adulthood, where we will find our lives become a pendulum between hedonism and nihilism, punctuated with beliefs and self-loathing. We've got to tumultuous road ahead, that's for sure. Some of us will finally try to carve out a quixotic career arc. Others will be tempted to embark on a self-destructive trajectory. Needless to say, it's all part of the journey. Success, and most importantly, our life's purpose, need to be defined by any single moment or experience. Let it all coalesce with what we want it to be. Recently, I gazed at the stars during a perfect night. Felt like visiting an old friend, except this time, I was rewarded with infinitesimal beauty. For a moment, I was floating. I imagined looking back at Earth, a light blue speck suspended in an enveloping fabric of space. There, I realized what was somewhat scary, yet beautiful existence. Each day, we're presented with multitudinous possibilities. It's entirely up to us to seize them. You all are beautiful people, or as little people say, golden billion-dollar babies. And you all are capable of achieving beautiful things, regardless of what you have done in high school. Thank you.
Next, it is my honor to introduce the class of 2013 co-salutatorian, Alexis Cuneo. Lexi is an international baccalaureate candidate ranked second in a class of 391 with a GPA of 4.68. Lexi is the daughter of Christine and Robert Cuneo. In the fall, Lexi will be attending the University of Florida, where she will major in chemistry and in communications and sciences disorders. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Alexis Cuneo.
Good morning. Before I say anything, I just want to take a moment and acknowledge Ms. Layton, who we are fortunate enough to have as our interpreter today. So, thanks. So, it's finally graduation day. This is the day that every little kid looks forward to from the time they understand the school system. In kindergarten, we found the fifth graders all inspiring. In fifth grade, we were so ready for middle school. The whole actually having different teachers for each class thing. Wow. We obviously were finally embracing the real world. In middle school, we couldn't wait for high school to be real teenagers. And personally, I was psyched that flip-flops were finally a part of dress code. And in high school, everything seemed centered around graduation. Finding senior artists, which some of us have had since freshman year, keeping grades up, meeting service hour requirements. Graduation was our finish line. So, we made it. What now? Coming into high school, we all knew who or what we wanted to be. The cheerleader, bandy, superstar jock, nerd, hipster, you name it. But compare your dreams and aspirations as your first day, from your first day as a Nease Panther to now, I bet they've changed. I know mine have. We've done a lot of growing over the past 4 years. We've accomplished incredible things, experienced more than we thought we would, made a fair share of mistakes, and learned a little along the way. Oftentimes, people make comments about how, oh man, I'm so great doing that, or worst mistake ever. But mistakes are our best friends, and I did quite a few best friends. You can't regret what you've done. Everything in your past, every choice you've made, every road you've taken, is what got you to where you are now. And right now, we're at that finish line. Drew Barrymore once said, I never regret anything, because every little detail of your life is what makes you into who you are in the end. I couldn't agree more. Don't be regretful and don't make excuses, because excuses are the nails that build the house of failure. Be grateful for your decisions throughout high school, because as cliche as it is, everything does happen for a reason. And the past 18 years, that reason has been our privilege to walk across the stage today. So this morning, I will stand, boldly walk up here, shake a few hands, and proudly receive my diploma that I worked for, full of appreciation instead of regret, and ready to fall flat on my face and make a few more wonderful mistakes. And I hope you all will too. But when we sit back down and are keeping up with little pieces of paper, what's the next step? After today, we're going to college or joining the workforce of the military. But what's the next finish line? Just because we made it here doesn't mean we're done. There's a bigger race to be run. And just as everything happens for a reason, everyone has a purpose. Every graduating senior, family member, and friend in this room has a purpose. Maybe you've already figured out what it is and are itching to get out into the world and fulfill it. Or maybe, like me, you're still trying to figure it out. Up until now, for some of us, our purpose has been to study hard and make it to this milestone. And now our purpose is changing. What we were to be. Someone sitting next to you may find the Lord for cancer, or over there, you see the next president, or not becoming Steve Jobs, or the best soccer mom or dad the sports world has ever seen. Either way, you're all going to do some great things, because there's some major talents and inspiring gifts in this room, and I personally can't wait to come back in 10 years and see what Nease's class of 2013 has accomplished. But we have to define our purpose before we can do all the awesome accomplishing stuff. On the way to finding our purpose, let your passions be guide. Passions are what will you. They keep you motivated to do more, learn more, and love more. Nicholas Sparks said, passion and satisfaction go hand in hand, and without them, any happiness is only temporary, because there's nothing to make it last. Passions are easy to discover. They find us more than we find them. And by defining our purpose by our passions, happiness is bound to follow. And when you're pursuing that purpose, constant support, I wouldn't be standing here. We all have something special we have thanks to you for keeping us motivated. I mean, look around. Everyone in the crowd is here to support us. Parents and guardians play a large role in our development as young adults, and my parents have always pushed me to refuse all limits. They put up with my craziness on a daily basis, and for that I owe them everything. My super supportive and crazy talented little brother RJ, and awesome advice-giving role model older sister Jessie, have been there for me through everything as well, so thanks. And of course, thanks to Christian for always being there on the other end of the boat for my idea rants. A giant thank you to Lord Perkins, who's been one of my biggest fans and a fantastic friend. I've been blessed with a multitude of teachers invested in the success of their students, and thank you to all of them, especially to Miss Layton, who has inspired me to be the person I am today and has always nudged me in the right direction. And of course, thank you to Miss Hollis on behalf of the entire IB class for dealing with us and keeping tabs on us for the past 4 years. We've been presented without you, and we hope to make you proud. So, let's leap across this finish line and get geared up for the next one, with unfettered passions and motivation to make wild mistakes. Let's press forward, remember where we came from, count our blessings every chance we get, guard our hearts, and leave the world a little better than we found it. And go Beaters.
Next, it is my honor to introduce the class of 2013 valedictorian, Brianna Cox. Brianna is an international baccalaureate candidate, ranked first in a class of 391 with a GPA of 4.69. Brianna is the daughter of Brian Cox and Melissa Muncie. This fall, Brianna will be attending the University of Central Florida and majoring in biochemistry on a pre-dental track. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Brianna Cox.
Good morning, friends, families, and faculty of Nease High School. Thank you all for being here to honor and support Nease's graduating class of 2013. When I moved to Florida my first grade year and walked through the doors of Mrs. Ford's classroom, I was unaware that I had taken my first steps on the challenging and rewarding pathway that would lead me to where I am today. It is amazing how much we've all experienced, especially in the past 4 years, and how these experiences have molded us into such remarkably unique individuals. While pondering about what I wanted to say to you all today, I reflected on all the memories we created at Nease and thought it would be fitting to reminisce on some of the highlights throughout our high school years. August 24th, 2009, the first day of freshman year. For me, this day marked the start of my journey through the IB program. Little did I know what I was getting myself into. Like most of you, I was excited to finally be in high school, but at the same time, I was nervous about going out of the zone, and I barely knew anyone. Needless to say, I spent a good 20 minutes in the parking lot crying, and even made my dad tear up. I'm sure a lot of parents can relate, seeing their son or daughter take their first steps, watching them transition through the school years, and today, looking on as they walk across the stage, their first official steps towards independence and adulthood. But today's graduation would not be possible if we hadn't encountered the many trials and tribulations that began our freshman year. With a campus like Nease's, it's no surprise that the majority of us got lost or had asked for help finding a class the first week of school. Of course, the typical upperclassman reply was, "Yeah, that's right by the pool." It was not uncommon to catch another freshman quickly sneaking a glance down the binder in their arms in hopes that no upperclassman would see the school map they strategically tucked in the front cover of their binder. Besides this classic freshman occurrence, our class got to experience the massive bees that surrounded the local picnic tables, the dollar fountain drinks which went perfectly with Miss Felicia's chicken baskets, and the countless rainy days when we were subjected to flooded hallways and the dripping corners of the pods. By the time sophomore year arrived, we felt more confident because we were no longer the lowest on the totem pole, and we finally knew our way around campus. When the freshmen asked us for helping with their classes, some of you just couldn't resist and replied, "Oh yeah, that's right over by the pool." Many of us received our driver's license this year, and after-school trips to Gate became a tradition. For my fellow IB classmates, we had the pleasure of taking AP Government with Mr. Tusing and finally getting to hear the much-anticipated word of their story. Sophomore year also marked the tragic end of the infamous gender bender day. However, the images of boys wearing makeup, mini skirts, and bras will be forever burned in our minds. And how can we forget the start of the endless construction projects we have witnessed? Back then, the courtyard was the epitome of sunshine and laughter. Now, the towering abstract pillars have left it in a dark and gloomy state, but our memories will remain. Another year passed, and before we knew it, junior year was upon us. It was a time when most students dreaded because we had more difficult classes and a larger workload to bear. I don't think the realization of being a student in the IB program set in for me until one very unfortunate moment after school when I tripped and face-planted in front of everyone. I was so embarrassed and in a lot of pain, but I could not get back on my feet due to my oversized, heavy burden of a backpack. Thankfully, my friend boyfriend was there to pick me back up and laugh about the downfalls of being an IB student. Also during junior year, we were finally capable of seeing R-rated movies without sneaking in, and we were able to attend prom, which consisted of standing around awkwardly for almost an hour until the first grade soul stepped into the dance floor. Then, in the blink of an eye, we were seniors. Our lives revolved around hanging out with friends, juggling school activities, applying to colleges, and taking the SAT or the ACT. As if all of this wasn't enough, we had to battle some pretty severe cases of senioritis. IB students also learned that senior year was actually the hardest due to the insane number of internal assessments, CAS hours, the extended essays, the theory of knowledge seminars, and the exams. If it wasn't for our teachers, Mrs. Conkel, and most importantly, Mrs. Hollis, I don't think we would have made it through the entire process. Even though it was challenging, this year has had its perks, such as getting better parking spots, attending senior-only events such as Grad Bash, and for some of us turning 18, meaning we can vote, purchase lotto tickets, and argue with our parents about finally being an adult. I guess through this entire recollection, we have come full circle, and will now have to encounter the process all over again when we start college as freshmen. But before we head off in our separate directions, I would like to leave you all with some advice for the future. First of all, be yourself and embrace all the little quirks and unique qualities that make you you. I am a total klutz, a nerd, a bit of a perfectionist, but I also fun-loving, compassionate, and ambitious. As tough as I can be on myself, I have learned to value all these characteristics because they make me unique. I recommend being open-minded and taking part in a variety of activities so you can find things that best suit you and your trades. For instance, participating in theater and cross-country at Nease helped me become more confident and comfortable throughout the years. I never thought I would be on a sports team or enjoy being on stage in front of an audience. But my theater teacher and coach's encouragement helped me to realize my potential, and I am truly grateful to them for both of these opportunities. In addition to being yourself, do what makes you happy in life. You should not waste your time trying to please other people if you don't enjoy what you're doing, and you should not worry about what other people think of you. It only causes unnecessary stress. And instilling this lesson in life will save a lot of valuable time, prevent pointless fears from being shed, and allow you to be more confident in life. Finally, never lose sight of your goals and never give up. No matter what obstacles you encounter, you should not just lose hope and quit because you will truly regret this decision later in life. If you work hard and stick with something, it will pay off in the end, and you will be proud of yourself for overcoming any difficulties you faced along the way. From personal experience, I know that learning to compromise and finding the perfect balance in your schedule can be a daunting task. But it is a much better option than sacrificing your dreams. Once you accomplish your goals, remember to be humble and reflect on the journey you took to reach success. Keep all this in mind from this point forward, and happiness will ensue. I wish everyone the best of luck in their futures, whether you be attending college, serving in the military, or jumping straight into the workforce. We have all worked hard this past 4 years, and we should be proud of our efforts. So congratulations, class of 2013. We made it. Actually, I forgot something.
Mr. Failing, as superintendent for the St. Johns County School District, and on behalf of the faculty and staff at Nease High School, I certify to you that all members of the graduating class are eligible to receive diplomas in recognition of their graduation.
On behalf of the School Board of St. Johns County and by the authority of that school board, I hereby confer these diplomas from Nease High School on each of you and congratulate you most heartily on this noble achievement.
At this time, the junior marshals will begin directing the first two rows to the edge of the stage. The rest of the class may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, as these graduates are moving to the front, we have arrived at a special and important part of our program, the awarding of diplomas. This morning is a momentous occasion for these young people who will be beginning their high school careers. In order that each of these graduates may be properly recognized, I'm requesting that you hold your applause until all graduates' names have been called. We will be maintaining a brisk pace in your celebration when your child's name is called will prevent the next student's name from being heard. Every parent, grandparent, family member wants to hear the child's name and have that moment of recognition. In addition, I have arranged for all seniors to be filmed as they cross the stage to receive their diploma. In order to accomplish this task, sound equipment has been set up to record the names as they have been called. Therefore, it's essential to hold your applause until the end. I would appreciate your assistance. Thank you.
Jeremy J.O. Abreu.
Christina Nicole Lyon.
Garrett William Engel.
Natalie Elizabeth Madonna.
Kenneth Trace Alahusis.
Brian Allen Mago.
Mae Therese Alcantara.
Caitlin Ashley Majetic.
Christina Janelle Alford.
Anthony John Marpia.
Emily Jean Allward.
Jesse Martin.
Kayla Michelle Arlinghouse.
Tyler Angelo Martinez.
Ryan Edgar Austin.
Cassie Lee Sawyer.
Victoria Vijaya Isola.
Carrie Joanne Taylor.
Alexis Kathleen Cuneo.
Bradford Lennon Wallace James.
Alexander Julian Abate.
Mary Eleanor Sergensky.
Brianna Marie Cox.
Lauren Elizabeth Mason.
Eric Frank Bob.
Morgan Aline Mattis.
Jonathan Derek Baker.
Tyler J. Maiden.
Laurel Ashton Bonta.
Nicole Mayo.
Kristen Clay Barber.
Aaron Taylor McCarthy.
Shannon Elizabeth Christian Thomas Gerald Beecham.
Zachary Charles McLaughlin.
Brandon Matthew Beckham.
Matthew Michael McNeil.
Allison Susan Beggs.
Christopher Darrow Reed.
Janai Nicole Bell.
Brian Christopher Meehan.
Jasmine Alon Bell.
Emily Joey Meister Lewis.
Darian Avery Bellino.
Lacey K. Metros.
Olivia Danielle Betts.
Zachary Edward Meyer.
Jessica Lynn Bergen.
Emily Ann McKiles.
Cooper Hamilton Beverly.
Caitlin Nicole Michler.
Samantha Jean Bignell.
Jordan Alexander Million.
Joseph Henry Bishop.
George Michael Miller.
Taylor Samara Blackwell.
Bryce Lee Minor.
Brianna Nicole Bland.
Logan Wilmer Mishu Rivers.
Molly Antonella Bogart.
Winston Alexander Mitchell.
Victoria Ann Bauer.
Alicia Nicole Moran.
Robert Cody Bowers.
Andrea Morel.
Andrew Winston Boyne.
Renal Mulari.
Rachel Nicole Braun.
Robert John Mullis.
Tiffany Rayanne Retz.
Brittany Adele Mulvihill Bradbury.
Daniel Ryan Brookman.
Lillian Christine Nagel.
Corey Elijah Brown.
Dakota Nathaniel Navarro.
Kelsey Jane Brown.
Julia Reese Neal.
Ulysses Bryant.
Kristen Marie Neely.
Christian Robert Reiner.
Morgan Alexandra Bucher.
Noah Thomas Buckingham.
Matthew Alexander Engie.
Luis Alejandro Buenaventura Valky.
Dominique Nicole Sue Norris.
Emily Elizabeth Brooke Burton.
Corey Scott Norton.
Candace Renee Bird.
Kayla Rose Norton.
Megan Elizabeth Byron.
Savannah Nicole O'Connor.
Erica K. Gawaloa. Sorry.
Sean Kiernan O'Hara.
Cassandra Lee Cadwallader.
Dominic Mikhail Olson.
Brooks Christopher Calvo.
Asna Oyerides.
Justin Elijah Cangelosi. Joseph Anthony Capriglione.
Alessandra Maria Paratori.
Marina Alexandra Carcava.
Nathan Adrian Partono.
Jaslyn Marie Carmody.
Prachi Satish Patel.
Kelsey Marjorie Carnes.
Ronak Jagdish Patel.
Nathaniel Chance Farrell.
Marissa Kinsell Payne.
Savannah Joy Harrell.
Michael Thomas House.
Alexander Renee Carter.
Brendan Frank Hauser.
Danielle Castano.
Chelsea Ann Penorosa.
Annette Nicole Cerrone.
Timothy Burns Penoyer.
Angelina Marie Gisaura.
Marco Alejandro Perez.
Rachel Lee Champney.
Mark Christopher Perkins.
Brent Matthew Chappelle.
Cassie Ann Perella.
David Jeremiah Veloso Cho.
Jordan Scott Pekoski.
Samantha Jane Clark.
Brittany Ann Petrelli.
Kendall Elise Clemens.
Lauren McKay Polson.
Jonathan Wyatt Clough.
Emily Ann Craigman.
Tyler Marshall Clough.
Tosh Yackerl.
Connor Wayne Kluge.
Caitlin Danielle Reve.
Bliss Adaze Colbert.
Jordan Lane Robinson.
Taylor Elaine Collins.
Tyler Ray Register.
Melissa Marie Comstock.
Sarah Michelle Reeder.
Joseph Alejandro Connor.
Shelby Marie Reinhold.
Jeremy Lynn Convery.
Rachel Marie Rice.
Kyle Jordan Cooper.
Danielle Jean Reisman.
Tristan Tyrone Cotton.
Melissa Marie Reisman.
Lucas Wisham Crowley.
Marissa Nicole Ricci.
Ashante Raven Culver.
Manuel Jose Rincon.
John Douglas Curry.
Amber Kaylin Robbins.
Nicolette Elizabeth Dalton.
Timothy John Roach.
Lyrics Andrea Sierra Dasher.
Matthew Hunter Romachuk.
Sarah Joy Davenport.
Alexandria Ray Roselli.
Cyrus Gage Davis.
Dylan Andrew Ross.
Megan Ruby Davis.
Evelyn Rubio.
Daniela De La Rosa.
Andrew Milton Rucker.
Holly Danielle De La Rosa.
Megan Rose Russin.
Robert Dean.
Alexis Elaine Russell.
Zachary Ross Delray.
Sean Thomas Russell.
Joseph Frank DeMarco.
Sarah Grace Savage.
Cheyenne Blaisdell Deming.
Jared Anthony Sadowski.
Arthur Davey.
Taylor Jean Salmon.
Cameron Christopher Devine.
Maria Carmen San Juan.
Kayleen Corey Diaz.
Valerie Eileen Santos.
Jonathan Shasti Dobbs.
Trevor John Sargent.
Carolyn Marie Doggett.
Daniel Richard Schramm.
Olivia Nicole Drawn.
Tyrell Lavon Scott.
Jessie Marie Dunstan.
Miranda Rose Stromo.
Kai Zaria Joshua Conrad Edgell.
Sagar Sanjay Chahani.
Dominique Andrea Edwards.
Jacob Dean Shank.
Haley Brooke Ehrlich.
Matthew Joseph Short.
Robert Anthony Ellenwood.
Deli Ann Silva Gonzalez.
Michelle Amelia Emandy.
Alexander William Simonson.
Michael Garrett Michael England.
Kyle Michael Swapauer.
Michelle Eloise Espinal.
Brandon Gerard Small.
Richard Anthony Espinosa.
Jack Douglas Smiley.
Jose Joshua Estrada.
Haley Iris Smith.
Cindy Maria Evangelista.
Jenna Christine Smith.
Melanie Elizabeth Fallon.
Christopher Luce Snyder.
Kayla Courtney Ferland.
Priyanka Soni.
Justin Ranger Fletcher.
Brooke Nicole Speckman.
Isa Rais Ford.
Jessica Patricia Starr.
Ian Chance Fordham.
Elijah Sean Statham.
Tiffany Blake Forrest.
Ashley Lynn Stevens.
Brianna Mackenzie Fort.
Michael Allen Stuyvesant.
Blake Mitchell Francis.
Jacob Matthew Stuckey.
Laura Catalina Franco.
Brianna Jan Taggart.
Reagan Montgomery Franklin.
Toby Jack Tate.
Morgan Lee Frering.
Amanda Lee Talabai.
Megan Marie Fulford.
Ashley Alexandra Taylor.
Zachary Paul Furlong.
Austin Tyler Teagle.
Ricardo Domino Jr.
Jonathan Edward Thompson.
Brandon Gregory Garrison.
Justin LeVar Thompson.
Cameron Lane Garza.
Skylar K. Tice.
Chase Michael Giardino.
Olivia Naomi Emaine Tennant.
Adrian Payne Gilbert.
Abigail Delaney Vera Tomba.
Malcolm Austin Gillette.
Kyle Christopher Tompkins.
Kadarius Dexter Gibson.
Damian Daniel Torres.
Blake Ashley Giroux.
Logan Nicole Treadwell.
Stephanie Elizabeth Glosser.
Brian Annette Trejos.
Abby Nicole Gooden.
Taisa Maria Valdez.
Joshua Daniel Gordon.
Casey John Manziel.
Chadwick Grayson Borney.
Olivia Catherine Vogel.
Cassidy Ray Gould.
Anja Noel Vonderausen.
Natalie May Goulet.
Brandon Michael Wade.
Blakely Ryan Grady.
Hannah Waladaki.
Lucas John Graham.
Emma Denise Walker.
Shelby J. Graham.
Eric Thomas Walker.
Serena Victoria Green.
Kramer William Ward Collins.
Dylan Gray Green.
Selmar Sharon Ways.
Kyle James Ribby.
Ashley Nicole Weiss.
Kaylin Renee Gessner.
Gunnar Ray Welsh.
Louis Miller Haas.
Lauren Elizabeth Welly.
Melissa Joy Hairston.
Jimmy D. Wells III.
Catherine Marie Hall.
Hannah Marie Wenzel.
Jada Simone Harris.
William Christopher Wilkin.
Priya Khadija Hartley.
James Daniel Williams.
Patricia Ann Havrish.
Michael John Wilson.
Taylor Corbett Hayes.
Devin Michael
Mary Catherine Hemingway.
Shannon Colleen Woldarczyk.
Alexander Zoltan Herzig.
Kyle Nicholas Womack.
David Michael Hernandez.
Chandler Wood.
Derek Alfonso Herring. Tiana Miranda Hicks. Hannah Christine Henson. Claire Coleman Ashley.
Nancy Young.
Andrew William Holness.
Anthony James Yin.
Joseph Richard Holmesy.
Linda Yolanda Young. Yolanda Young.
Brianna Lynn Horahan.
Mackenzie Sky Young.
Zachary Ryan Howe.
Allison Sheila Zador.
Kyle Thomas Howells.
Jordan Parker Cesara.
Colin Andrew Hollinger.
Matthew Stephen Zhang.
Jenna Lynn Hunt.
Daniel Charles Zito.
Daniel Allen Hutton. Jonathan Alexander Arias. Krista Addison Irish. Ashley Taylor Jackson. Summer Mackenzie Jameson. Jordan Lynn Jansen. Alyssa Marie Johnson. Christopher Scott Johnson. Emerald Joel Johnson. Jonathan David Johnson. Tyler Brent Jordan. James Joseph. Austin Robert Cowfleisch. Caitlin Victoria Kavanaugh. Carrie Michelle Kavanaugh. Christopher Russell Keeney. Carrie Lynn Ketchum. August Rain Kim. Ashley Faye Kimmel. Jordan Amanda King. Michael Chandler Kaiser. Secretary Amani Knight. Andrew Ashley Nicole Letdown. Kevin Andrew Lang. Michaela Cassidy LaPierre. Derek James LaRose. Melissa Mary Latronico. Sean Young Lee. Morgan Parker Leach. Joseph